Listen, ET now exclusive. What we understand from our sources is that Indian steel companies are all set to go ahead and actually take further price hikes. Now remember, when you're talking about Indian steel companies and Indian steel prices, typically Indian steel prices tends to follow that of global steel prices. And if you remember, just a couple of weeks ago, we at ET now had told you about how iron ore prices were actually at a record high. We had also told you about how a lot of Indian iron ore companies too had gone ahead and raised prices. And given the fact that the entire ecosystem is seeing very strong pricing and has undertaken price hikes, improving prices in the region have also provided a fillip as far as Indian steel prices are concerned. In fact, if you're talking about domestic HRC prices, have actually risen by 11% since 1st May 2020, and in fact currently trading at almost 40,000 rupees a ton. Now when you're talking about India's steel prices, it's actually the highest across major steel consuming region. However, if you're talking about India HRC, it is trading at a significant $31 per ton discount to the landed China export prices, and this again indicates that there is further scope for price hike. In fact, the ET Now Newsbreak is actually understanding that there is a plan as far as steel companies are concerned to go ahead and undertake a 1,500 to 2,000 rupees a ton price hike, and they have already intimated this to the dealers. In fact, if you're talking about what some of the analysts have to say, they believe that the rising prices in fact will go ahead and give a fillip as far as the whole host of the metal as well as the commodity ecosystem is concerned. HSBC believes that the prices from FTA countries like Japan and Korea are a true representation of import parity, and these countries actually account for a little more than 50% of India's finished steel imports. While if you're talking about Indian prices, they are trading at a premium of $17 to Korea and Japan. In fact, some sources very close to ET Now actually said that India's largest steelmaking company, SAIL, or India's PSU steelmaking company, SAIL, Steel Authority of India, would actually be undertaking a significantly higher price hike of close to 2,200 per ton for the month of September. So you're actually talking about steel prices going up from 36,000 rupees a ton just as back as May, June, and at the end of August, they were close to 40,000 rupees a ton, and now in the month of September you could actually see domestic HRC prices going up to 41,500 to 42,000 rupees a ton. Clearly an indication of the fact that, number one, price hikes that have been undertaken in the last 4 to 5 months have clearly sustained, and the market has shown an ability to actually go ahead and absorb these prices, and also demand continues to remain quite strong.